Hey everyone, Part of the Creed here, with a quick beginner's guide on how to get started in Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla is a 2D platform fighter, where your goal is to knock your opponents off the edge of the screen to their doom to grant you your victory in the Great Arena. To do this, however, you're going to need to learn a few things. As of November 4th, there are 17 legends in Brawlhalla, with more on the way. Each character has their own unique set of stats: strength, dexterity, defense, and speed. They also have 2 weapons that they use out of the current selection of weapons. The sword is owned by Asuri, Bodvar, Hattori, Sir Roland, and Thatch. It's fast, combos well, and has decent range. The hammer is owned by Bodvar, Cassidy, Nash, Scarlet, Sentinel, and Teros. It's a bit slower, but its grabs and strong hits make it a deadly weapon to go up against. The rocket lance is owned by Lord Vrax, Orion, Scarlet, and Sir Roland. It has a ton of forward moving power, combos well, and its size gives it large hitboxes. Blasters are owned by Barasa, Cassidy, Lord Vrax, Lucian, and Thatch. It has a longer range than most weapons, but it doesn't do very well in short range combat. Guitars are owned by Asuri, Lucian, Queen Nai, and Sentinel. They are fantastic short range weapons that combo well, but don't hold up very well against long-range attacks. The spear is owned by Ada, Bryn, Nash, Hattori, Orion, and Queen Nai. It has good range with sweeping hitboxes, but requires you to aim its attacks with precision. Lastly, the axe is owned by Barasa, Bryn, and Teros. It also has large wide hitboxes, good range, and when hit at the right times can grant you great combos. Finally, each legend has 3 signature moves for each of their weapons that are unique and specialized to them. Now, if you're familiar with fighting games, you may be tempted to look for a tier list to get yourself the best chance of winning, but it's really mostly pointless. The game is currently very well balanced, and until you find yourself in the platinum and diamond ranks, every legend has an equal chance of winning. So go with whoever fits your playstyle, or if this is your first fighting game, whoever you think looks the coolest. Brawlhalla has support for both controllers and keyboards, and it's important to note that both are perfectly viable options. The current list of top tier players includes an almost equal number of people using either controller or keyboard, so don't be afraid that you might be at a disadvantage. Now, in-game there are 4 basic types of attacks: your ground quick attacks, ground heavy attacks, air quick attacks, and air heavy attacks. All attacks are the same for each weapon you use, with the exception of the ground heavy attacks, or signatures, which change depending on the character which you are using. You also have a throw button, which lets you throw the current gadget or weapon you are holding, and you have a dodge button, which lets you dodge in any direction you choose. Brawlhalla has a variety of different ways to play the game. Couch Party lets you play locally with your friends. Single player lets you train and play with bots, and lets you see hitboxes and stun times in the training mode. Online puts you into a random match with people queuing for fun, in an all-out 4-person free-for-all. Custom Online allows you to create an online game you can invite your friends and set your own rules. Finally, Rank gives you a chance to get more serious, giving you an in-game ranking based on the ELO system, and allowing you to fight your way up to the ladder to Brawlhalla greatness. Here, you can team up with a partner and fight other groups, or see how well you can do on your own. To see how you stack up against other players, you can view the leaderboards at brawlhalla.com/rankings. If you'd like to change your server for online play, simply go to Account, then User Settings. Finally, here are some basic tips on playing the game. You will always start the game without a weapon. This is okay, because using unarmed attacks are many times just as powerful as having a weapon. But if you want more variety, you can either pick up a weapon drop from the ground, or have one summoned to you by using the Valkyrie Horn. Once you've got your weapon of choice, you can start attacking your opponent. As your opponent is dealt damage, their health will slowly change color from white to yellow to orange to red. The darker their color, the farther they'll fly when they get hit, making them easier to hit off the map and kill. You can also use gadgets like bombs, spike balls, and mines to your advantage to get the kill. Another thing to note is that once you're in the air, you are only allowed 2 air jumps before you must fall back to the ground. You can extend this by using your air dodge to go to the direction you need to, and by using your air up heavy, also called your recovery. With these tools, you can easily get yourself back on the map from any point. Now that you've got the basics of the game down, get into Brawlhalla and claim victory. Oh, and don't forget to say GG at the end of every match. Have fun! If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you give me a quick thumbs up, and subscribe for more Brawlhalla guides in the future. Thanks for watching!